Hello and welcome to Dillo's YouTube channel. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I'm Frank. And this is a very merry Vlogmas, which we're actually recording live at dillosresort.com, doing multiple vlogs here on the 15th of December. But this vlog is most likely the 17th day of Vlogmas. Will we make it to 24? I can't believe we've made it to 17.
Literally every day, we can't believe it, including day one. We didn't. It just happened, and that's how it has happened every year. It just
and we don't know if it's like right, and we don't know if it's like is it a running gag? I don't know, but it's right. Like Lewis should call us out on this. He's probably here listening, telling Dr. Val what to write as they drive back from Walt Disney World right now. Right, they talk about their birthdays and how much they hate them all the time, but yet they keep talking about it. They're always talking about are they going to make it through Vlogmas or not? But yeah, they keep doing we understand. But I think it also lets our audience know that we're really anxious people, and this is the way we operate.
And it is 100% truth. Although it's a running gag, it's literally what we're doing. Honestly, every day of Vlogmas, I feel like in years past, sometimes we'll have a few more ideas. This year, more than others, every single day we've gone, are you doing Vlogmas? Do you have something? Okay. What do you, okay. Oh yeah, I'll just put something together. And like every single day, there has been no, I have this queued up for tomorrow. I think we mentioned 2 Vlogmases ago that I have one in my banks, but that's literally stuff I've recorded on my phone. I haven't like put it together at all. So that's as far as I've got.
Well, topic number 3 is more with the Osbornes.
Not Ozzy.
Not Ozzy, not Sharon. What was the kids' names? Kelly and Jack. Kelly? Wow, I just named all 4 Osbornes. I can't believe it.
There's one more, by the way. Can you name the daughter that was never on the show? That's a good trivia, because I think it just popped in my head, and I think you froze on your thinking face.
No, I'm freezing on purpose because I feel like I see her in my head. Does her name also begin with the letter K?
It does not. I mean, I have to fact check myself because I have a name in my head.
Is it Tracy?
It is not.
I don't know what her name is.
Got it right. Why do these things exist? The early 2000s? I can't tell you much, but these things exist in my head. Amy is her name.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Definitely didn't know Amy. So we're not talking about the Osbornes. We're talking about the Osborne Spectacle of Lights that was at #AlwaysMGM, and then they became the Dancing Lights. And as Jen and I talked about it a little bit last week, then it made me do the old Wikipedia look, and I'm sure I knew these things, but then I keep forgetting them over and over again. Debuted in 1995, which is the holiday season I started working at Disney. As I mentioned, if you got hurt on the job, they offered you the opportunity in the middle of the summer to go test light bulbs on Residential Street, which was always like, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to go rest my back. Thank you very much. And, hindsight, would have been cool to hang out on Residential Street for a day. Sure. And then I guess the part that I had really forgotten was that it didn't make its way to New York Street. New York Street, the streets of America. I shouldn't call it New York Street. Streets of America, everyone. Until
New Yorkers of us. It's the New York Street. This is New York.
Hey, welcome to New York. It's Stacy telling us.
That's right. She said it. Welcome to New York. Forget about it.
Yeah, Stacy. Stacy's the one who makes us say New York Street.
That's true.
So I didn't realize that that portion of the lights wasn't applicable. It wasn't in existence until they started doing the demolition of Residential Street for Lights Motor, whatever that show was called that I swore I would never see because it took away Residential Street. I never saw that show.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
And they could have put a sorcerer's hat on top of it, and I still wouldn't have seen it.
Right.
Listen to Theme Park Thursday, the podcast this week, for more about the sorcerer's hat. So then that made me think a little bit about how that it was just a residential street. So you would walk all the way down Streets of America, and you would go, you kind of ease to the left. So then the Golden Girls house would be on your right as you passed, and you would do a loop around until you came basically to where the trams dropped you off. And I don't know if they did this all the time, but usually there was like a cocoa station over there or something like that.
Yeah.
I just know, having worked very closely with Santa Goofy,
yes,
that that was in the disembarking area, as it were. So I kind of forget that was the phase 1 and phase 2 of the Osborne lights.
Yeah, that's true. And every time you talk about this specific area, for some reason, it triggers my Super Soap Weekend brain of like who was over in those areas to meet and greet, and like you got to go back there a little bit more. Yeah, so that it is interesting that there was like that break there. But I mean, I think when I was what year did it officially start on the Streets of America?
95? On
no.
the New York Street, 2004. Let me look that up here. 2004. The 2004, the park began construction on a new arena for its upcoming Lights, Motor, Action, Extreme Stunt Show. And let me just talk about that show for a second that I refused to see because they demolished Residential Street. People thought it was going to be, I mean, and I'm not going to, people loved it, I'm sure. So I'm not going to invalidate their feelings about the show. But the expectation was this was like a premiere show in Disneyland Paris that was now coming over and was to generate excitement. And I'm going to tell you that I remember when they said it, like I was like, oh, cool. But also like, but you have the huge Pirates of the Caribbean movie that just happened. Why not do something larger in that area? Now, of course, you have Galaxy's Edge, but that was more of my idea at the time for the studios. Like expand a new area for Pirates, which also would have gone against my don't do more than one theme park with an IP. Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin. I'm looking at you. You belong at Hollywood Studios. # always MGM.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
I did see it. I saw it more than once. I didn't hate it. I appreciated it for what it was. I like to describe it as like a choreographed dance. That's what we watched with Cars. It was a choreographed dance with Cars. They this way and then this way and then they everything. But I of course had some anger for it and resentment towards it because it is in a place that it was not, it didn't exist, and something existed here, and you took it away, and it was change for the sake of change, and you took it away, and you put this up. Do something up. Put it somewhere else. Why did it have to go right there? Why did Residential Street have to go away? Do we know the answer to that?
Well, I think they were trying to generate more people towards the park, and
that's not a reason.
That wasn't the answer either. That's the funny thing, is that they should have known enough to. And again, I'm going to blame the Sorcerer's Hat. They were confused. The Sorcerer's Hat caused confusion, just like broomsticks carrying water buckets all over and confusing Mickey Mouse and making him paranoid. That's what happened. They dropped this Sorcerer's Hat in the middle of the park and blocked the Chinese theater. Before you knew it, they were making changes that didn't need to happen, starting with that Residential Street.
Actually, Val has some insight. They did Dining with an Imagineer that year. Very cool. Val. And she said they were using it to experiment with technology. But like, why did they have to get rid of Residential Street? Why couldn't they have done that somewhere else? Like the Wonders of Life building that probably wasn't even doing anything at that time still. You had mentioned in a previous vlog some of the songs that played. Do you have a list of those songs?
I do have a list.
Oh, I see.
So I'm now here to test you, Jen.
Okay.
And this is how we can ramp it up.
Okay.
With how many songs from the Osborne dancing song list can you name?
Okay, there is one in my head.
Don't use the chat to cheat either.
No, I'm not. There's one in my head. I'll block the chat. One in my head, and it's like punk. It's a punk band singing it. Oh, is it the I'm Getting Nothing for Christmas? Is it that one?
By the Plain White Tees. Way to go.
Are they punk? I don't know if
I don't know if they're punk. You named a punk band. They're an American rock band.
Yes.
So maybe they sound punky
I'm
to you.
getting nothing for Christmas. And it was very like that.
There you go. You got
right.
one. I'll tell you how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. It's 10.
Okay. I'm not gonna get all 10. And they're oh god.
There's
well,
a
I
couple
think
of,
they played Auld Lang Syne at the end, didn't they? Like
at the end of the
yeah.
When they close it down, maybe. I know on the final day in 2016 they did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
And I know who is that voice? Who is that voice that I hear in my head? It is a vocal powerhouse female singer. She is in my head. What are you
singing? What are you see that news about Celine Dion? That's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's not Celine Dion, that's why I can say her name. Diva. You got it. If you just gotta go there.
I know.
Do we still say diva? I don't know. I mean, I always see it in a powerful women way, and I don't, I always get confused.
Who is it? Who is that one that
it is Barbra Streisand doing Jingle Bells.
Yes.
Jingle bell, jingle bell,
yes.
jingle, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle.
All right, try to give me hints with some of the others to see if I get it.
We have referenced this instrumental as one of your favorites recently on a vlog.
Oh, the Trans-Siberian.
Yeah, so there's the Christmas Eve in Sarajevo one, but also the Mad Russians Christmas, which is like a Nutcracker mix.
Okay.
So there's we got 4.
Because I feel like everything they played, it wasn't like the good old-fashioned normal way you would hear songs. Right. Like there's always a little something different or someone else singing it that you're not used to or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't think
What's This is on the list. What's this? What's this?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one from the last time I went. There's I guess a instrumental arrangement of Winter Wonderland on here. A Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. Here Comes Santa Claus from Elvis.
Okay.
The one I would say once I say this one, you'll be like, oh yeah, Feliz Navidad.
Oh yeah.
The classic, yeah, exactly. And then the last one, which I mean, it's just from the Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation. But I like to talk about the band here for a second, which is Christmas Is Starting Now by Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Which
yeah,
the swing scene in Orlando, late 90s,
big,
huge. Saw Big Bad Voodoo Daddy at the House of Blues.
Yeah.
Big on the. I mean, if we really got to relaunch the movie club in 2023, resolutions of the many things that Swingers should be on that list.
Oh, Swingers, yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes we dip in. You want to do the inappropriate language kind of thing, but
true. Did we? Yeah, but that's movie club. Is it movie chat or movie club for 44 Fedora Club? When is the last time you did?
I think I kind of have it in my head to try to combine, bring back Fedora Club and just drop it into Resort in 2023. That's breaking news.
But. I see. Jump Jive. Yeah, well, Jump Jive is fantastic.
Baby, it looks like it's gonna happen.
More places I was snuck into as a teenager in Disney World. I should do a whole series on that.
Yeah, that's not a holiday vlog, but this is, so we shouldn't start naming swing songs, I think.
No.
But that will. I mean, here's the thing about Osborne Lights. When they closed, people were like, "This is still a really popular thing. How can you not put it somewhere else?" And it's been almost 7 years now.
It's crazy.
It's over, right? You think it's over?
I feel like it could come back, but some people wanted it in Disney Springs. I was not one of those people.
I don't think here's and I know we've discussed that before, and I think I've even said like the idea of like walking around the boardwalk with lights before, like that'd be crazy too. And I mean, people got to go to sleep, but how about Blizzard Beach?
No.
Now you don't have to go on the water rides, but it's a winter theme.
No, I know. I don't want to. It's not because of the water rides. I just you don't have to go on the slides to enjoy the Osborne.
You don't have to go on Summit Plummet.
I see what you're saying though with the winter theme. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Maybe they won't call it the Osbornes. Do you see some variation of holiday lights returning?
I mean, I would like it. Whether I see it or not, I'm not sure, but I would like it because it's a time of year I've realized I have not been down there in a long time at this time of year. I have not seen the Tower of Terror overlay, which I still want to see. You know, like there are things that I haven't seen that have popped up, but I would like to see some sort of lighting show at some point.
Yeah, I think they got to do something. I think there's got to be. Give me a reason, Iger.
Yeah.
How many of these vlogs are a plea to Bob Iger?
Right. They're all of them. They should probably be. It's a series called Please, Bob Iger, Please.
Now, here, we haven't brought up a lot of the comments here, but holiday lights in sync with Magic Band Plus.
Oh, well. I mean, and then people who have those shirts and the dresses and the ears and all the things that then like match up with the fireworks shows now, you can do that and you match it up.
Yeah, I feel like they gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
I almost suggest, because again, I have like ideas of resorts in my head, but again, people gotta sleep, so you can't do these. You can't do these things where people walking by with kids sleeping at night.
Yeah, no, it has to be in the park, and it has to be in the right area of the park, and it,
Right, but you're not going over to Blizzard Beach to do it.
I don't know.
It would draw people away, right? I mean, it would reduce the crowds in the main parks to
but they don't really want that. They just want people to spread out, so you're still spending the money.
People be angry about a separate ticket item. I'm just saying.
Yes, for sure.
Live at DillosDizResort.com. Of course, that is our Patreon. Memberships beginning as low as $1 per month. DillosDizResort.com. Until that time, she's Jen, and I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.